Thumbs up for the go-getters, the ambitionless appear they should know better.
Afternoon folks, how are you doing? Okay, so today we are talking about the best possible strength training exercises that you can do. Yeah, that's pretty much it, okay? So we're going to stick to big compound movements. I've said this time and time again, you want to get strong, you need to stick to your big simple movements, okay? You don't need to go for anything particularly complex, and I would go as far as saying that 4 movements will probably get you as much as you need to go with a few variations, okay? So number 1, and this has always been one of my favorite bigger strength movements, and that is the squat, okay? So going down, ass to the grass, a nice low squat with good posture, keeping everything braced, okay? You'd be amazed the amount of muscles that a good squat can utilize, okay? So you're not just your quadriceps and your calves from coming up off the floor, but then your hamstrings, your glutes for the drive up, you're bracing your core all the way. If you're trying to keep this big barbell set on your back, then you've got to have your shoulder blades kept together, which means you're working your upper back at the same time. Your drive as well, I always find I get a good drive if I'm pushing up with my arms at the same time with my body, okay? So even my shoulders get a bit of a workout. The squat is a big, beastly, full body exercise, and I think it is one of the centerpieces of a good strength program, okay? Your second one is going to be the squat's cousin, which is the deadlift, okay? Getting something heavy, picking it up off the floor. You can choose a conventional stance, a sumo stance, depending on what suits you. There'll be slight differences in activation, but largely the deadlift is going to show and develop a good posterior chain, okay? A good strong posterior chain, a good strong set of muscles down the back. So, your back, your spinal erectors, your hamstrings, your glutes, everything that helps you rip something off the floor, okay? The deadlift is great for that, great for testosterone release. It will beat you up. The deadlift is a tough exercise, okay? It really challenges your central nervous system, so you're not going to be doing loads and loads of reps with it, at least not most of the time anyway. But it is a great exercise to have in your strength and conditioning program, and it is part of the hinge pattern, okay? So you've got a squat pattern, a hinge pattern. They're your first 2 pieces of this puzzle. Your third piece is a push, There's a reason loads of guys like doing bench at the gym, okay? Because you're strong there, you feel strong, and it's a good position to be in. Most people like benching forwards because that's how we feel naturally strong, is in this plane, okay? So, yeah, I would just say bench press. A simple bench. Get a barbell above you, line a bench, push that barbell above. Really simple. It's going to work your pecs. If you're trying to turn it into a full body movement using more of a powerlifting style, then you're going to be trying to drive with your legs as you come up. You're going to brace that core. You're going to have those shoulder blades coming back in together to form a nice sort of stable bridge or a stable girdle for you to support the weight as it comes down. So again, a nice big full body movement when it's done properly, okay? What have we got next? Yes, that's big 3. I would probably also add to that a pulling movement for your upper back, okay? So just on our push, I'd like a pull, something that brings back. For me, big compound says to me barbell row or a pull-up, okay? Both of them have their own positives, their own drawbacks. So the barbell row, you can lift quite a big heavy weight, you can really retract backwards, hit those lats nice and hard. I always feel that's a good exercise to do. Alternatively, you can go for a vertical pull, which is your pull-up, okay? Now, the reason I love incorporating pull-ups into a good strength program is because it shows relative strength, okay? Not just absolute strength, but relative strength. So how strong are you in comparison to your body weight, okay? If you can do more pull-ups, then not only are you getting stronger, but chances are that you're losing some of that body fat and you're becoming a more what's the word? I guess just a better athlete, an athlete with a better relative strength. That is sort of what you're looking for. Any good program where you can move yourself better, it's going to be a good form of a strength program and a great indicator of someone that's becoming better athletically, okay? So they're your 4 basics: your squat, your deadlift, your press, and your pull, okay? So they are what I would say to go with. With that said, though, there are going to be some variations and some things that you might want to chuck in there, okay? So I've already said we've got a press, we've got a forward press, a forward push. But then a lot of strength programs, you think about Strongman, you think about Olympic lifting, you're going to want to go upwards as well. You're going to want a vertical press, okay? So a shoulder press. To integrate that is really simple. I would just go for a barbell shoulder press, okay? Preferably I like it stood up so you can brace your core, you can brace your quads, so you can make sure your body's nice and aligned. You can post the weight upwards, pushing your head through that imaginary window that creates through your arms. That is a great strength movement, okay? I'll be uploading videos about all of this as time goes on, okay? But you can check all of this out on loads of other channels. It's not like it's secret information. This is really simple stuff, okay? They are the linchpins. These are your big four, your big five, if you had your shoulder press, of what a strength workout will be, okay? Beyond that, it's going to be looking at stuff that you individualize for you, okay? So you might put some unilateral work in, maybe you put some plyometrics or some jumps in for that explosive capacity, maybe you have to develop your core or do some prehab. There are lots of other things that can be factored into a program, but they're going to depend a lot on you, okay? But for most people just looking to get strong, looking to get big, your best exercises are going to be your squat, your deadlift, your bench press, your potentially shoulder press, and then your barbell row or your pull up, okay? So your squat, your hinge, your push, your pull, and yeah, that's it. Your four big movements, your four big movement patterns, stick to them, okay? If you just stick with those, with the right rep scheme, with the right intensity, you're gonna get stronger. There are no two ways about it, okay? If you like this video, subscribe below. Maybe leave some comments if you've got any questions, and I'll chat to you guys next time.